What's up, health heroes? Tim James here, and today we're going to get your air right. You know, it's been one of my dreams to have chemicalfreebody.com be a place where people could come and get their air right, their water right, get their bed right, get all these, good detox and nutrition products. But today we're going to focus on the most important nutrient in your life besides love, and that's oxygen. So the air today is polluted. We have over 1 million people actually annually that are dying of air pollution on our world, which is tragic as it is, but it's even worse in the home. So you could think of downtown, smoggy Los Angeles or something like that. And it's even worse in our home because we have paints off gassing, especially in the summertime, the glues putting particle board together. If you have carpet in your house, boy, hold on. You're going to want to finish the rest of this video because it's going to scare you when I'm going to share with you what's coming out of that carpet 24/7. You're breathing it in. Your kids are breathing in. So we want to help you get your air right. I've went through tons of testing to go through a bunch of different air purification systems, and I've landed on the Austin Air Healthmate Plus. This is a specific unit that I like very much. For me, I use it. It's awesome. So let's get into it because it is the only, actually, it turns out to be the only medical grade purifier that captures down to 0.1 microns, which is below the size of the coronavirus, which is pretty cool. So it's fantastic for removing chemicals and volatile organic compounds, wildfire smoke and cigarette smoke and that kind of stuff. So let's just get into it. So why does it work so well? Let me share my screen with you, and I'll walk you guys through this. So basically what you have here is a really awesome unit. And let's just go through the filters. So first, you see this little white one here. This is on the inside of this container, this metal container. This is a large pre-filter. Okay, that's going to filter out some of the larger particles. Then inside, you have the cylindrical filter, and the first part of it is a medium-sized particle pre-filter. So we've got two pre-filters, a large particle and a medium particle. And then inside of it, we have 15 pounds of activated carbon. Now, that's pretty standard in a lot of filtration units, but what's really standard is 1 pound. This has 15 pounds, and this works well for gas filtration, and it removes the chemicals from the air much faster because there's freaking 15 pounds of it, not just 1 pound. Austin Air, they also added zeolite to this activated carbon. So it's kind of a zeolite mix. And this zeolite actually fills in the gaps that the activated carbon misses. There are some certain things that won't bind to activated carbon, such as formaldehyde. I just told you guys about that a little bit ago about formaldehyde. It's coming from your carpets. So if you have carpet in your home, you're breathing in formaldehyde. Where else do you see formaldehyde in your life, or have you experienced it? Well, probably in science class when you're dissecting frogs or biology to preserve the frog. And you also see it with cadavers, right? So when you go to the mortuary, they inject people with formaldehyde so that they don't decompose very fast. So for the viewing at the wake and stuff like that. So, but do you want to put formaldehyde into your body ahead of time while you're alive? I don't think so. But if you have a carpet, you do. That's why if you have a carpet, you have to get this. You have to get one of these. This is very important for your health and your children's health. Okay, so let's go here. Now, on inside of this, after 15 pounds of this activated carbon zeolite blend, which is unbelievable, then you have the HEPA filter. Now, most people are pretty familiar with HEPA. It's a type of pleated mechanical air filter. It's an acronym for high efficiency particle air filter, basically. And that's what people use in a lot of different air purification systems, sometimes by itself. It's so good. So you have all of that stuff combined. So for particle, here, let me switch back now. Here we go. So for particle filtration, things like allergens, mold spores, pollens, viruses, and chemicals, etc., this unit is fantastic. Now for gas filtration, like odors, wildfire smoke, cigarette smoke, you got a pot smoker in the family, whatever, smoke, even candles. You think about it, burning candles, that's smoke. You want to get, if you're going to be burning candles and incense, it would be a really smart thing to purify your air. And it also will pull out these volatile organic compounds such as formaldehyde. You don't want to embalm yourself right? So what else do I like about the Austin Air Healthmate Plus? Well, let me share my screen once again, and let's go over here and take a peek. So one thing that I like about it, it's a very simple design. Okay. The entire thing is metal. Like this top is metal, the sides are metal, the bottom is metal. It's all metal. Most air purification systems are plastic. I like things that are, really strong and sturdy. So it has a very simple design. I like that. It only has one control knob. There's off, and then the 3-2-1 feature. So that's just the fan speed. That's it. I like simplicity. The more simple things are, the better they seem to work and the less things they have to break down. I know when I used to, archery hunt, I used what was called a bear bow. And I didn't have the sights and the hand, and the release and all this stuff. And I had a lot of friends, had a lot of problems with that stuff, always breaking. I didn't have anything. I just had my bow and my arrow, and I shot a bear bow, and it worked a lot better for me. Okay. Now, it has one control knob. Here's something else that I really liked about it. The Austin Air doesn't have an LED panel display system. Now, why would that be good? Well, number one, again, it's simple. Electronics tend to break and have issues, but LEDs also are what? They're a light. And when you're trying to sleep at night, we are trying to help educate everybody on everything to improve your health so you wake up and feel good. And one thing is you want your room to be as dark as possible. So it's one less thing that you have to cover up because there is no light to cover up on the Austin Air. So that's really important. The last thing I talk about here is that it's industrial strength. Again, like I said, the whole thing is metal. This carbon filter, like I said, this activated carbon zeolite filter that's down here is 15 pounds. Okay, it's 15 pounds. I'll give you another example. I have a pickup. I have a 6,800-pound diesel pickup. And when you get a winch for a pickup like that, you would want to get a winch that's 1.5 times the weight. So a 10,000-pound winch would do really good for me on my pickup. But guess what? I got a 12,000-pound winch. Why? Just in case. Just in case I got to pull my truck out of a hole and whatever is hooked on a tree stump and I can pull it out, whatever. I like industrial strength stuff. So basically we have here is we have an industrial strength air purification medical grade unit that you can use in personal home use, which is awesome. I mean, Minty dentist's office are using this, and other medical facilities are using this again because it's a medical grade type filter. The other thing I like is it produces over 400 cubic feet of fresh air per minute. So like, again, it's industrial level. It's going to crush it on that. And the filters last up to about 5 years. So most people get 5 years out of it. But if you're in an area where, maybe you got tons of carpet and it's really super dusty outside and there's lots of wildfires, you might knock a year or two off of that. But the good news is that you're going to have a long lasting air purification system in your home to keep your air right. And you can let it run 24/7. The only time I turn mine off is when I go on vacation. So who should consider the Healthmate Plus? I would say anybody that breathes. That would pretty much sum it up. There's medical people and dentists are using it that are trying to get these aerosols, viruses that are under, larger than 0.1 microns out of the air for a cleanly environment as they're doing, dental work and surgeries and stuff. Basically, anybody that needs an efficient way of removing smoke and formaldehydes and dangerous VOCs, the things that are coming off of carpets, individuals that suffer from multiple chemical sensitivities. There's a lot of people out there like that today. A lot of people I talk to, they have a lot of issues and they don't even know what it is. Doctors don't know what it is. They have multiple chemical sensitivities. So when we clean up their air, they just start feeling better and often very quickly, very quickly. Also individuals that have, like I said, high particles and high gas contaminated areas around their house and where they live, that would be somebody who'd want something like this. And those who understand that oxygen is our number one nutrient and that our air is polluted today, especially in our home. So I just can't say enough about the Austin. I'm just like so excited for my own health to have gone through all these different air purification systems, found it. I now have it in my house. And, when I was testing, it was really cool because I'd have people come over and I'd keep my door shut because I was testing and I wanted that air to be different than the other rooms. And I'd have people walk in and I wouldn't say anything. And half the time people would be like, what, man, your air smells really good in here. Or I just I feel like a burst of energy. I feel like I'm uplifted. I don't know what's going on in here. Like, what do you got going on in this room? And then the other half of the time I'd ask him, do you feel any different in this room? And then I would get those same responses. Right. So that was really cool. So it's like, I love it because when I come into the room, um, it smells awesome. It literally smells like fresh mountain air. Before that, as you can see behind me, I have a Himalayan salt lamp to put off negative ions to clean the air. I have a diffuser with essential oils that I rotate oils all the different time to put those in the air. And I always keep my windows cracked. But on top of it, I now have the Austin Air Healthmate Plus in my room running 24/7 and in the rest of the house as well to keep my air purified because I love myself. I love my lungs, and I know that oxygen is the number one nutrient. I know all of our air today is polluted. So if you're interested in boosting your health in a very passive way, where it doesn't take a lot of effort, I mean, literally all you have to do is just buy the darn thing, unpackage it, plug it in, and turn it on, set it and forget it. And you have just put a huge a deck, or excuse me, a card in the deck of health in your favor to boost your immune system, to boost your family's immune system, and to boost your mental clarity and your overall health. So I hope you enjoy the Austin Air Healthmate Plus in your home. And we'd love to hear how it's working for you after you get the unit. If you could send us an email to support@chemicalfreebody.com. That's support@chemicalfreebody.com, or leave a review down below. That would be awesome so that other people can understand how awesome this air purification system is. And I just love it for myself. And I love it that I'm able to share it with you guys. So enjoy your clean air.